Hello. In this video I prepared 20 weird laws around the world for you. 20. Dirty car. Russians care about looks. So much so that the country has made driving a dirty car illegal here. We're not sure exactly what level of dirt is permitted or how often the rule is actually enforced. But the fact that the law exists and that it had to have been made within the past 100 years is fascinating. 19. No kiss. One of Mexico's most beautiful pueblos also has one of the country's weirdest laws: no kissing in the street. This is ironic, given that the town is known for its kissing alley, where the legend of two star-crossed lovers is said to have taken place. You'd think this law was passed 100 years ago and is now obsolete, but in reality, it was passed in 2009 and is occasionally enforced. 18. It is forbidden to die. Don't even think about dying inside the Houses of Parliament, or we don't really know what the consequences for this crime would be. Since the building is considered a royal family palace, if anyone dies inside it, they must be buried with full honors. We're not sure how many people were planning to die here, but we guess Britain wanted to be safe. 17. Octopuses is illegal. Fans of the Detroit Red Wings hockey team have a tradition of throwing octopuses onto the ice for good luck. In the 1950s, the situation got so bad that a law had to be passed against this. While the law has been around for a while, fans continue to partake in this tradition. Rather than be a weird law that is now obsolete, it's a weird law that isn't enforced, but that continues to be relevant. 16. Wrestle a bear. Not that South Africa has bears, but if it did, it would be illegal to wrestle with them. 15. You cannot be overweight. Say for sumo wrestlers, in an effort to prevent obesity in its citizens, Japan created the Metabo Law. This requires people between the ages of 40 to 74 to have an annual waist measurement performed at the doctor. Fines will be incurred if men have waists over 33.5 inches or 35.4 inches for women. 14. Call a woman an unchaste name. It's illegal to call a woman an unchaste name in Oklahoma. If any person calls a woman a name that suggests she isn't chaste, whether she is married or single, that person can be found guilty of slander. A fine of $25 to $500 can be issued if you call a woman a name orally or by other means, so that means not even cyberbullying should take place in Oklahoma. We can get behind that. 13. It's illegal to wear a mask. It's illegal to wear a mask in public in Denmark. Not only masks, the Danish government wants to stop anyone from covering their faces in any way in public spaces. This includes masks, helmets, scarves, hats, fake beards, and even burqas. The controversial ban went into effect in August 2018. Officials claim the ban helps to properly identify people during crowded events, should anything negative happen and someone need to be identified. 12. No selfies. No selfies with Buddha in Sri Lanka. When you take a selfie with Buddha, you are turning your back on him. TSK, TSK. This sign of disrespect is punishable by imprisonment in Sri Lanka. It is also considered disrespectful to point your finger at Buddha, and sometimes there are bans on taking photos with the statues. Although not illegal to have tattoos of Buddha, a British woman was jailed for 3 days in 2014 for inappropriate tattoos of the man 70% of Sri Lankans feel is a prophet and avatar of the god Vishnu. Be polite and cover tattoos, respect no photograph signs, and don't turn your back on him. 11. High heels. It's illegal to wear high heels to the Acropolis. When packing for a trip to Greece, make sure you have the right shoes. The country banned high heels at the Acropolis in 2009, so no stilettos at the Parthenon. Not sure why anyone would want to make a trek around the ruins in dirt and heels. Surely it's tough to walk and will damage the shoes, but the Greeks put this ban in place to protect its ruins from damage caused by the shark shoes. The ruins are nearly 2,500 years old, so be respectful, and wear some soft-soled shoes when you visit. 10. Pigeons. It's illegal to feed pigeons in Venice, Italy. With thousands of pigeons descending upon St. Mark's Square in Venice, lured by the tourists readily handing out food in exchange for Instagram-worthy photos, Venice lawmakers officially made it illegal to feed the pesky fowl in 2008. It is said the cleanup from the birds cost each citizen €275 per year, so now, the tables are turned. If you're caught feeding the pigeons, you could face fines of up to €700. Better to get the picture-perfect shot of Venice's beautiful bridges instead. 9. Chew gum. It's illegal to chew gum in Singapore. Sometimes we all suffer when fools break the rules. After vandals used chewing gum to mess with the mass rapid transit system, and the Housing and Development Board spent $150,000 a year to clean gum litter, Singapore banned all gum substances in 1992. Anyone importing, selling or making gum in Singapore can get fined and/or jail time, with the exception of nicotine and dental gums offering therapeutic value. Don't get caught blowing bubbles in the streets. 8. Run out of gas on. It's illegal to run out of gas on the German Autobahn. Notorious for having dynamic speed limits that give drivers a chance to travel more than 100 miles per hour, car enthusiasts and speed demons love trips along the German Autobahn. But, if you run out of gas, you could face a big fine. And don't even think of walking to a gas station, you'll get another fine for that. Why? Germans believe you have the power to keep your car properly gassed up, so if you run out of gas, it's your own fault. Walking along the highway is unsafe, as is having your vehicle stalled on or on the side of the road. Keep your eyes on your gas gauge and fill her up when you get low. 7. Winnie the Pooh. Don't wear your Winnie the Pooh t-shirt in Poland. The cuddly little bear all stuffed with fluff also gasp. Does not wear pants. Because of this, Poland issued a ban on Winnie the Pooh around playgrounds and schools, finding the A.A. Milne character a bit too risque for the likes of impressionable children. Best to leave your bear attire at home if visiting this Eastern European country, just to be safe. 6. Fly a kite. It's illegal to fly a kite in Victoria, Australia. In Australia's southeastern tip of Victoria, home to Melbourne, it is illegal to fly a kite in a public space if it bothers another person. In fact, you cannot even play a game in a public place if it annoys someone else. Listed as part of Summary Offences Act of 1966, the Aussies probably won't mind if you do decide to fly a kite while you visit. 5. Radio stations. Canadian radio stations must play Canadian artists. The Canadians are a patriotic bunch. So much so that all Canadian radio stations are required, by law, to play Canadian artists on the airwaves at least 35% of the time, especially during the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., Monday through Friday. This means that in an hour of radio during the workweek, you'll hear more than 20 minutes of artists like Nickelback, Alanis Morissette, Celine Dion, Michael Bublé and Justin Bieber, all of whom are proud Canucks. 4. Armour in. It is illegal to wear a suit of armour in British Parliament. We know you've been dying to don your suit of armour for a visit to Parliament during your next trip to London. Still, there is this ancient law dating back to 1313 that prohibits it. The Brits could revoke the law, but as armour really isn't as fashionable as it was in the Middle Ages, why should they bother? 3. Swear. It's illegal to swear in the UAE. In the Muslim United Arab Emirates, swearing could get you fined, jailed, or deported. Under Article 373 of the UAE Penal Code, swearing disgraces the honor or the modesty of a person. This isn't just for saying the inappropriate words aloud. It includes indecent physical gestures and extends to your text messages and social media as well. Not even indecent emojis are allowed. Earlier this year, the British Express reported a man sent an angry message to a car dealer who seemingly did him wrong. He was threatened with 3 weeks in jail for his choice of words. If you have a potty mouth, be sure it's in check before you visit. 2. Build a sandcastle. It's illegal to build a sandcastle in Spain. Spain despises your attempt at making sandcastles so much you could be fined if caught building one in Spain. And the fines vary by location at their discretion. On the island of Majorca, for example, you could pay €100, but you could pay up to €1,500 in Galicia. Before you ask, yes, kids are included in this restriction and parents foot the bill. 1. Wedding. It's illegal to disrupt a wedding in Australia. Even if the preacher asks if anyone has any objection to the wedding, if you are in South Australia, keep it to yourself. If not, you could be fined up to $10,000 and even spend up to 2 years in jail if you interrupt a wedding. Thank you for watching.